Hey there, vinyl community. Um, Doing a little moving this last weekend and still kind of getting everything sorted out in my new my new s- my new space here. But yeah, I just thought I'd update a couple records that I grabbed over the weekend. Nothing too substantial, but there was a band that I wanted to have wanted to talk about, and today, just by chance, I came by an upgrade of this record. So this is my old copy. This is Radio Birdman. Radio appears. So it's an Australian garage rock band. Um, very. If you like the Stooges and you like the MC5, this is yeah, almost like a must hear. And my copy of it, it started off. There was a reissue a while ago, like 10 or 15 years ago, on that Four Men with Beard, and because it was already kind of a hard record to get a hold of. Terrible reissue, maybe one of the worst I've ever heard. And then I did track this one down one day, and was pretty happy with it. The cover's a little, it's got a big stain along the side. I don't know if you can necessarily see it, and it's got a cut on it. And today I found one that was in, the cover's in much nicer shape. And although the vinyl on this looks really, really good. Anyway, this is a great band. If you're not familiar with them, if you like the kind of Detroit rock and roll sound, this is a really a good continuation of that. And yeah, you'll like this. In fact, they make lots of references to Detroit. Somewhere on here, where do they say it? They thank. They say a special thank you to the Sonic Rendezvous Band, which was after the MC5 and the Stooges broke up. Members of that band formed, and they only released one single in their tenure. But so it's cool to see little references like that towards Detroit, and they had a lot of reference for the music that came out of the city. And so that's kind of an upgrade. I'll get that probably tomorrow. And then I did find recently, I've always keep my eye open for this the second Radio Birdman record, and this is a reissue that came out 10 years ago, 2014. So yeah, 10 years ago. And a lot of people consider this a letdown after this first album, which, by the way, on this first album, there's a different track listing than the Australian album, and I actually prefer the U.S. track listing, but it's missing a Stooges cover of TVI. So always keeping a lookout for that. You just don't see them very often, and then when online, they're always cost prohibitive for the condition. These were played. A lot of parties went on around these, and they got pretty messed up. So it's hard to find a good one that's not crazy money. So anyway, great album. So back to this. So this is the second one. These might still be around. This was in the used bin. It was open, but it looks completely unplayed. I think somebody got it and just didn't like it. And people thought this was after that first album, which is a little grittier, a little punkier sounding. This is a little more, a little bit catchier. But I think it's really good album, great album. And they make some references to Detroit too. I-94, which is a highway here in Michigan, and yeah, there's a couple other references to Detroit too. Came out in '78, so it was kind of a long period of time between this first one and the second record. Probably too long. The band didn't take advantage of some of the the initial response that they got. They waited a little too long, but this is a really good record, and if you can find this reissue at a reasonable price, yeah, it's well worth it. I'll still, of course, be looking for an original, but in the meantime, I was kind of happy to find this. Kind of goes against my no reissue rule, but I don't care. I wanted to have it. So Along those same lines, found a couple of other, found this really nice single by the Misanthropes. And yeah, this is a great band. They're on that Get Hip label, which is the same label that, oh, where is it now? Same label as this. This is the Paybacks, and they're on that same label. So I sampled this in the store. They let me play it, and great, killer garage rock, track, catchy, but yeah, raw, good. And then I also stumbled upon this. This is Sonic Youth. It's a great little single called Providence. And what it is it's Thurston's mother playing piano with some distortion and noise layered over the top of it. And it's a really, really interesting track. Very contemplative, very much I think a tribute to her. And yeah, it's just, you hear this piano playing in the background, and then over the top of it is this levels of noise and distortion, almost giving it a kind of ghostly sound, and pretty, but interesting too. So kind of glad to stumble around anything related to Sonic Youth, and I had heard of this before and never actually heard it, and so it was kind of cool little find. Anyway, I think that's it. I did buy something else not related at all to this is Theo Parrish album that came out a couple years ago, and really good Detroit electronic house, house orientated, techno house orientated music. Really wonderful track on here. It's about 18 minutes long, called Dance Alone. And if you like electronic dance music, if you like house music, yeah, it's well worth hearing. So I guess that's the theme of this one, is that it's all kind of Detroit related in some way, and although this is electronic music as opposed to garage rock of the rest of it. So give a room tour when I get settled in here a little bit more, and still have part of my collection to put into the other room, and kind of going through it and reorganize. Everything got all mixed up while we were moving stuff. I had a friend help me, and we were just putting things in boxes and going, and I was more worried about just getting it in here and making sure it was all safe, rather than being organized about it, I suppose. So thanks, and we'll see you later.